Today is November 11th, and it's been 3 years since Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was released. With my What Happened to Sonic Synergy video growing with views, but the other videos not, I'm hoping that this video will get attention because it's the most important Sonic Synergy video I've ever made. I've decided that today is a good time to make a video about the old build of Boom, for a good reason, and it's for me to talk about a very important subject relating to Boom and Sonic Synergy, and that question is it possible for Sonic Synergy to be made? Can the original version of the game, filled with much more ambitious content, happen? This is a question that many of you are obviously wondering. Can the game happen, and is it possible? Well, let's see and look into the possibilities. I recommend before watching this video that you watch the updated version of What Happened to Sonic Synergy, as it contains updated information, the technicalities of the Wii U and CryEngine, and clears confirmation on things that weren't properly explained in the previous video. First of all, 5 months ago, I started a petition on change.org to help make Sonic Synergy a reality. Currently, as of this video, it has 1,116 signs, which is great. I thank everyone that signed, and especially Trenton Hall, who helped get much more signs. There are a huge amount of comments on the petition of people talking about how much they want this game to be made. And as I explained in the petition, I feel this game is something that deserves to be made so the people at Big Red Button can make the game without their creative vision being tarnished. Bob Rafei is a great game designer. Being the one who made the Jak and Daxter games, he has quite an adventurous vision for platformers. And with the problems of Sonic Team asking for changes, the TV series plan, the game's deadline release, and the technicality of the Wii U changing the whole focus of the game, they could really make up for the mistake that wasn't really their fault if Sega and Sonic Team tell Big Red Button that we want a good Boom game. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice was made to make up for the problems of Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, so Sonic Synergy could make up for Rise of Lyric. Most of the time, petitions for video games don't work, but with the Sonic Forces custom character feature being added after a petition was made for it, this proves Sega or Sonic Team is listening. And while it's unlikely the petition will work, it's best that at least we have our voices heard, and make sure they're aware that most of us want to see this game happen. But some of you are saying, wait a minute Derek, isn't the game happening? Haven't you seen the remastered for PC trailer? Well, the problem with that is the trailer even official? Is the game really happening as a fan game project? Well, at the moment, it's unlikely what's going on. There are multiple sources claiming so many things about it, but it's time for me to clear up those because Megapy Central, the person who posted the video, has told me what's going on. The description of the video claims, the purpose of the trailer is for the build-up and growth and support that will benefit the petition that will be up soon. Well, I'm not sure if they're talking about my petition or the petition they were going to make. Likely they were going to make a petition for the game as it says that it will be up soon. But they said that back in July, and now it's November. One question is that did the plans of the remastered project fall, or did it even start to begin with? As all of the footage in the trailer is taken from other trailers of Sonic Synergy and Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. So the project likely hasn't even began. In the comments section there are claims such as, for lazy people that don't read the description, this is real, they have the files and are working on it. And Megapy Central pinned this comment. This makes no sense. First of all, there's no part of the description where they claim they have the files and the actual project has began. And all of the replies to this comment are just speculation without actual source. One of my YouTube friends, Trenton Hall, claims that Megapy said that 30% of the developers at Big Red Button were working on it. But I cannot find the source of where they said this, so now to fully clear this up, this is what Megapy Central told me when I contacted them on Twitter. At its current state, it's a fan-made trailer that is pushing to get others interested on the idea of a PC remaster for Sonic Synergy, and I worked for nearly 3 months on how we'd go creating the trailer and we had many versions. But the end goal is to inspire and bring positivism to a once unwanted game, based on what could be content. Positivism is high. If anything, while the drive to get Sega to give Sonic Synergy an attempt to make a proper release, a fan revival is being looked into, and as of now, we are still looking for people who are even willing to touch Rise of Lyric. There are not many people working on it, as we're unsure how to go truly about it aside from porting it onto CryEngine 5. I asked if they could make it on a different engine, like Unity, from scratch rather than trying to port things complicatedly from the Wii U game, and they disagreed to. So that clears things up for you. The game isn't happening right now unless they get more people to work on it. Another thing that stops Sonic's Energy from being possible is the Boom franchise in general. The games had low sales aside from Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, the toys seemed to be getting low sales as well, and the comic series ended pretty early. Even worse, the TV series is about to end its second season, with extremely low amounts of views despite many agreeing it has gotten better in quality, likely meaning it will end. Rise of Lyric had huge criticism from most Sonic fans for being unpolished, inconsistent, and not true enough to the original Sonic franchise games. So with these issues here, Sega and Sonic Team might believe that this would fail. Iizuka stated in an interview that he wants to push the series forward with what works best in the games, going the direction that Sonic Forces is taking, refusing to go back to the adventure-style formula. Trying something new is likely not his current plan here, and he probably thinks that a remake of Rise of Lyric is a terrible idea. And with the state of Big Red Button, most of the developers who worked on Synergy and Boom have moved on from the company due to heavy difficulties with Synergy's porting to Wii U. Big Red Button is still alive, however, and they made a virtual reality game called The Arc Slinger, which doesn't seem to have any similarities to Boom or Synergy, so they seem to have moved on. With these issues, I still believe Sonic's Energy is possible. I'm not saying it will happen, but it is possible for a reason. Boom Fire and Ice did well in sales compared to Shattered Crystal, and it was made to make up for it. So Sonic's Energy could as well, as it's in a similar situation, and maybe Takeshi Iizuka wouldn't mind since Fire and Ice did well. Keep in mind that the game is a spin-off too, but I want to know if Bob Raffay would want to make it. Personally, I feel the game needs to be made because I want to see the full potential the idea of the game has and see if it can hold up. Heck, it might even have the potential to fix its own problems with enough freedom, time, and all the stuff that helps a game go smoothly in development. To quote the aftermath of the Sonic Synergy project from an interview of Bob Raffay, he says, "We knew that historically Sonic games have been treated very poorly, I think, by the press, and we knew that there was going to be some of that, but I was kind of taken aback by just the kind of hate that was being poured out. It was very disheartening. You know, you work your ass off for 3 years, you crunch like mad, you go through hell and back to try to make a ship date, and I've never experienced like hate mail in the past, and I'm getting people telling me I ruined their childhood. Alright, sorry about that, you know, I did the best I could." Big Red had a creative vision, and I feel likely that they didn't like how the final product turned out in comparison, due to the large amount of ideas unaccomplished. All the work and trouble they went through, only for it to get even more difficult once they had to port to Wii U. I want it to happen because I love Jak and Daxter, I love Sonic, I love Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot, and those are all games Bob worked on with his team. And to put these interesting efforts in a Sonic game, while it sounds odd on paper, looks great in execution, as seen in the trailers. What do you think? With the release of Forces, do you think that Forces is what the series needs to continue with? Do you think that Sonic Synergy shouldn't be made, and why? If you have any questions about sources or cut features for the game, I will freely answer those for you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.